Good morning. Here I am. I haven't been here for a while. How are you guys? I thought I'd get on here and catch you up on a few things, just talk about a little bit of stuff, throw on some makeup, try to look cute. How have you been? How has your January and February been so far? You realize it's almost Valentine's Day. So, do you have plans? Have you made your plans? Have you made your reservations? Because, you know, it's almost here. Like, actually. Yeah. So, speaking of Valentine's Day, you guys, excuse me, I'm like burning up hot. I'm all hot. Yesterday it was 50 some degrees outside, which is a heat wave for here. It hasn't even been probably 26 degrees in 3 weeks. So now, it's hot and all the snow is melting. Actually, today it's only supposed to be 33 outside. But, I don't know. I'm just hot. I don't know what to say about that. You understand. So, Valentine's Day, Saturday. What kind of plans you guys got going on? I know my youngest son and his girlfriend they have plans because it is their 3-year anniversary. Um, so I know they are planning on going out to dinner, and they do have their reservations. Um, and then I don't know what they're going to do for fun. And my son's girlfriend says that it's up to my son to come up with a fun activity. So I don't know what they're going to do. It's exciting though, 3 years. And she's just a wonderful girl. We love her so much. I could not ask for better. Um, as for me, my husband and I are planning on getting away from the house and going to stay at a hotel where we stayed years ago, and I do mean years ago. Um, it's not even out, it's still in the same town as us. I mean, the same city. But yeah, we just thought we'd do something fun like that. We haven't done anything like that for a while. And we're gonna, go out to dinner and shop and maybe see a movie, all the things. Because it's not our anniversary, but we have been together. Um, oh my gosh, this year will be 29 years in November of marriage. We were together a few years before that, just dating. How's that possible, y'all? Because I'm still so young. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And once you get older, just going and doing something different out and away from home is really exciting enough. It doesn't have to be anything grand or highly costly. It's just fun to be with each other. Gosh, I'm so red today. It's just because I'm hot. Hot. That's right. You know, I can't find my concealer, so I'm gonna look kind of icky around the eyes. It's fine. So that's Valentine's Day. We don't usually do gifts or cards or anything like that. My husband's never been into cards. When we were first dating, first few years of our marriage, we did do cards, and I have them still. But we both kind of agreed somewhere along the line that it's just kind of so expensive to buy cards these days. And why, you know? So that's what we're going to be doing. And um, my daughter and her mans are going out to dinner somewhere. And my oldest son is going to babysit my grandson while they're doing that. So yeah, it's kind of an exciting time. The weather will be, like I said, it's supposed to be in the 40s and higher, like pretty much this whole week. Guys, my phone is way too far to try to use that. I don't know why I didn't set up my mirror today. It's fine. It's been so long since I did this with you guys, I don't even remember how to do it. But yeah, so the weather will be good. So if we're walking around somewhere, we should be fine. Um, so As far as updates go, remember my home improvement chaos there for a few weeks not too long ago? That is done. The bathroom is looking beautiful. We still have some, minor cosmetic things to do, a little paint, that kind of stuff. But the whole shower has been redone, so, and the window and all of that mess that I told you about before. That's all done and looking great, usable, all of that. Um, and of course, I told you my roof is done. And the next thing I guess we'll be doing is our new appliances. We're going to be getting a new stove and a new refrigerator. We have the refrigerator picked out. I'm still trying to decide on the oven. I think I may have told you before that I'm kind of a diehard, old brand gal. Like the ones we have now, I think are Whirlpool and Frigidaire, and they've been solid this whole time we've lived in this house. In fact, the refrigerator, there's literally nothing wrong with it. It works fine. It's just that it's old. It's a little on the small side, and it has no light. I mean, it has a light, but it doesn't work. My husband says I broke it, but I don't remember this, so it's fine. Yeah. So we're gonna go with an LG fridge. And I don't know about the oven yet, guys. I don't know. I have to go out and look at some more. Probably will do that too this weekend. Because nothing says romance like going appliance shopping. You know what I mean? Um, so that's our next big thing that we're gonna do in our home renovations. And then I don't really know what we're gonna do after that. We'll see. I wanted to tell you guys. I'm sorry for the very late update in this. Do you remember when I said we were going to make chocolate chip cookies with panko bread crumbs? I never actually filmed that. I did a test run with them to see what I thought. And then I decided that the way the recipes are written, all the ones I saw, I didn't really love because they seem to say what you basically do is you take however much your recipe calls for in flour for a normal cookie recipe, whatever kind you're making, and you cut that in half. So half of it will be your flour, and the other half you're going to replace with panko breadcrumbs. Now remember, people, this is panko breadcrumbs. That's not a brand name. It's a type of breadcrumb, Japanese breadcrumbs. They're very crispy, very crunchy, and they stay that way somehow in the cooking process. So they're used a lot to, coat chicken and things like that. So I did not feel like that ratio is a good one. So I'm going to tinker around with it a little bit because I do like the taste. The taste was great. Somehow they made them crispy and chewy at the same time. They taste just like your normal chocolate chip cookies or whatever cookie you're making. It does not change the taste because they're plain. They have no flavor. It just gives a different texture to it. And I really like them. They were very fragile this way, though. Like they just would kind of fall apart somehow. They would just, it's like they spread out too much. I don't know what to say. But I'm going to try another batch and use more flour, possibly. Um, I'm going to see if we can't get it right because I did like the way they made the cookies, the texture in them. So that is why I never showed you that. As far as the taste, great. As you saw with the, I think I showed you the bag of cookie crumbs. It was leftover chocolate chip cookies with the panko that I crushed up and I'm going to use for like a cheesecake crust or something. I don't know if you know this, but you can use any leftover cookies for cookie crust, what? Pie crusts, cheesecake crusts, crumbled over the top of a cobbler, crumbled over the top of ice cream, put on top of your whipped cream and iced coffee. I mean, really, the options are endless. Also, something I'm going to try soon. You can do the same thing with leftover brownies. I was just reading about this. I haven't actually done it yet. I'll show you guys this one. But you can take your leftover brownies, you can crumble them up and you can save them. Just the same, you know, put them over ice cream, you know, whatever. But you can also take them, crumble them up, and I think the recipe was something like mix them with an egg and a little butter, maybe. I'll have to look. And you can basically have a cookie dough with your leftover brownie crumbs. You can also take pieces and kind of mush them into a little ball. And if you make another type of cookie, say chocolate chip, you can take your chocolate chip cookie dough, put your little brownie ball in there and kind of roll it over. So you have stuffed chocolate chip cookies with your little brownies. That sounds delicious, but that also sounds like a lot of work. I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna try the what am I saying? The using the brownie crumbs over again and see if I can make them into a brownie cookie. Guys, forgive me. Sometimes I just lose my train of thought. Right in the middle of it. And for those of you who think that's crazy, you just wait until you get old like me. It will happen. Yeah. So that's why I never updated you on that. I didn't want to, you know, do something that I wasn't really thrilled with without trying it out first. What if I just use my finger for this? As usual, I don't have, you know, all the things I need for this. It's fun. I probably should put this on earlier. I'm experimenting with some contour. I don't know about this. I probably would work 100 times better if I had a brush. I used this before on one of my videos with you guys, and I really like the way it worked. But I think probably the best idea is to put it on before I put my blush on. It's fine. We'll figure it out. It's not like I'm new at this, but for some reason, you know, sometimes you just kind of struggle. Am I right? So that one was something I wanted to talk about. The home improvement thing. What else did I want to say? I even wrote a note because there were so many things. Have you guys made breakfast casserole? I know that I made a video for it around Christmas time. Actually, I think it was Christmas Day, maybe. I don't know. And I don't know if you have, you'll notice that a lot of Christmas breakfast casseroles have like bread in them, some type of bread, like chunked up day old French bread, or you know, literally you can use any kind of leftover bread you have, sandwich bread, bagels. I've used everything: bagels, leftover biscuits, which the biscuits are really tasty, but they will make your breakfast casserole a little more soft, which if that's what you like, then fine. I've even used croutons. I think that was what I might have used in the video at Christmas time. But yeah, you can use any kind of leftover bread. And the reason I bring this up is I was just chopping up some homemade garlic bread that I made the other day that we didn't finish. I just chopped that up. You could just chop that up and put that in the oven and make homemade croutons also, which I considered doing. But I decided just to chunk it up. You can chunk it up in whatever size pieces you want. I usually do like 1 to 2 inch size pieces, and then just throw it in like a Ziploc bag and either in the freezer if you're not going to use it right away, or just you can leave it on the counter if you're going to use it like right away, or throw it in the fridge. And there's your bread, and it's just so simple. Now I think I've told you this before. Most breakfast casserole recipes will tell you to assemble the whole thing and put it in the fridge for overnight. I never do that. I'm just impatient, I think, honestly. But I also don't like it super soft. And I think that's what happens because the bread kind of absorbs all the egg and milk mixture and it gets soft. and that's fine. But I like my bread to be a little crispier. So I just assemble it and throw it straight into the oven. Now the bread pieces that you're using should be kind of stale. Uh, you know, if you're gonna do either way, into the fridge or into the oven, um, because you don't want them to get too mushy, which they would if they were super soft. And then you put that all that milk and egg in there. You know what I mean? So I wanted to tell you about that. Don't throw those leftover bits of this and that away. I've even made breakfast casserole with leftover cinnamon bagels. Now I know that seems strange, but it actually was really good. So, here's what I'll say. Just get in your kitchen and experiment. You know, you're never going to learn how to do anything if you just don't do it. Just try it out. If it fails miserably, okay, so what? You know, what do you have to lose, really? I mean, yeah, some ingredients, maybe a little bit of money, but it won't take you long before you get the hang of it. And you're going to get better every time you try something. That's the way I look at it. So I wanted to tell you about that. And then was there something else? Oh, I found a can of Libby's pumpkin puree in my cupboard. And I thought, I know it's not pumpkin season anymore, which I think is just why is there seasons for foods, but it's fine. I'm going to make some pumpkin bread today, I think. Actually, it'll probably be pumpkin muffins. Give that a go. They're super good for you. Pumpkin is really good for you, guys, if you don't already know that. Basically, the rule of thumb, one of the rules of thumbs for nutrition is the more colorful a fruit or vegetable tends to be the more nutritious. Now, that's not to say that there aren't, white vegetables, cauliflower, corn, things like that, that aren't real colorful, that aren't nutritious. But yeah, that's what they say. So I think I'm going to do that. The recipe I have for pumpkin muffins or pumpkin bread uses sour cream, so they come out real nice and moist. So I think I'm going to do that today. And I saw a video for homemade cinnamon rolls that uses a cake mix in the batter. So I have a cake mix and I might give it a try because they really looked good on the video. I'll have to figure out what the lady's name is. It's the one, if you guys watch a lot of cooking videos, she does all recipes videos. She's kind of like the spokes lady for that. She's great, by the way. I'll figure out who she is and let you know, but I think I'll do that as well. And I'll definitely film that for you guys. For supper tonight, I was trying to think, I just got my grocery order yesterday. So, the possibilities are endless when you just get your grocery order. But I think I'm going to go with, remember all that chicken that I boiled up, shredded up, threw in the freezer? I think I'm going to do a chicken pasta. The one that everyone does with the garlic parmesan dressing. BW3s, is that what it's called? Do people say that anymore? Is it just BWs? I don't even know. Buffalo Wild Wings. You know what I'm saying? And I've done that, but for myself, because I'm a wimp, I find it to be a little too spicy. No one else in my family feels this way. It is just me. So I bought, because I saw this on a video. Let me show you real fast. I bought another brand, and I'm going to give it a try. Just one sec. Old bones, friends. Okay, first of all, hold on. I'll have to edit that out. You know me, nothing is ever smooth. So this is the one I'm going to try. It's Sweet Baby Ray's garlic parmesan, and they say that is a little more mild, not quite as spicy. And while I was over there grabbing this, I saw this, which I just bought, the Sweet Baby Ray's mild buffalo sauce, because there is a recipe that you can make that's similar to the one I'm going to make tonight, um, that uses buffalo sauce. So it'd be like buffalo chicken pasta. And buffalo sauce is too spicy for me, friends. So I thought I'd try this because it says mild. Anyway, if you don't know about this one, so you use this, you use a bottle of this if you're just making it for like a normal sized family. If you've got like 5 or 6 people, you might want to double it. This poured in your crock pot with your raw chicken. You can use raw chicken breasts. You can use cooked chicken too. That's fine. That's what I'm going to use. Just throw my freezer ones in there. And then you pour some milk in here and you give it a shake and you pour the rest of that in with it. And then, y'all, what else goes on with this? Let's see. Why do I even talk to you until I know for sure? I'll show you tonight. It's fine. We'll figure it out together. But so, yeah, that's kind of a lot of stuff to do. But I think I'm going to do that because last night we ordered pizza because my husband bowls. So me and the boys got some pizza. We got from Jets. Do you guys have Jets? It's like, I think, I don't know how national of a chain it is, to be honest, but it's real good. We got that. 8 corner pizzas one we got. I got a pepperoni and then a ham and bacon. And so we had that for supper. And so I think the night before that, I don't remember what I made, but I don't think it was anything too exciting. So yeah, it's time to make something good for the fam, right? What do you guys think of that Super Bowl, friends? What the heck? What the heck happened? What happened? What actually happened to the flippin' Patriots? All right, now I know a lot of you are Patriots haters. You know, I just so happen my 2 favorite teams. I have 3 favorite teams: Patriots, Chiefs, and Broncos. Now, I have found there are tons of people who hate the Chiefs and tons of people who hate the Patriots. And so, you know, I deal with that, but it's whatever. Um, that was crazy. Like, I expected it to be a tough game. I don't mind Seattle at all, so it's fine with me that, you know, they were in it and they won. But wow, that was something else. That was, I mean, it was a good game, I guess. You know what bugged me the most, though, honestly, it isn't even that the Patriots lost. Because, first of all, guys, Drake May is like fabulous. And he's going to bounce back and he's going to be fine. Like, I'm not even worried about it. But you know what bothered me the most is the freaking announcer, Chris. Guys, just, it was like 3 minutes into the first quarter and he had already started saying things. And I'm not even exaggerating about, boy, the Patriots better get it together. This could be it. What? It's true, though. He just went on and on. I mean, now, at the time, I was like, what are you talking about? But then, I mean, he wasn't wrong. Just saying. Still, you know. So that was, you know, kind of a downer. But it was, you know, who loves to watch football? Me. And so I was glad to see one of my teams in the game, even if they lost. Now, as for the halftime show that everyone's talking about, my family switched over to the guys, why? You know, the Charlie Kirk one that they had with the stars. Sorry, guys, that I literally cannot remember that right now. But we watched that, and that was great. That was so, so good. I mean, Kid Rock's performance, get out of here. I mean, everyone was great. There was no failures on that show. We were not interested in um, that guy. What's his name? You know who I mean, the guy that actually did the Super Bowl. We weren't interested in him from the beginning. And, you know, unlike all of America who thinks just because you're uninterested in him means you're racist, we weren't interested in him because even if he had sung in English, it's not our type of music. No offense to him. Maybe he was great. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people say that it was a great halftime show. But then I've also seen a lot of people say it was awful. And I think, that's just everyone's opinion on things. You're always going to have some people who love something and some people who hate it. So, but for us, we tuned into the other one and we really liked that a lot. And so now football is over, and that's kind of a huge bummer. And now for myself, there's nothing else to watch because that's the only sport I like. Um, so I just have to get by until next fall when it all starts up again. Yep. We'll have to edit out the silences here. Guys, I have a grocery order, a little one, a couple things that I forgot to get. That's ready, but my truck, because we've had this heat wave yesterday, so much of the snow has melted. And now it's refroze in the night because it gets so cold still in the night. And like today, it's only supposed to be 33. And I don't have any snow boots. I have like these boots that are like slipper boots, and with my knee operation that I had, I'm just real nervous about trying to walk on that slippery snow ice out to my car, which is on the street. Now our sidewalks are shoveled by the house, but not the driveway. So I was gonna go out, start up the car and go do it. But then I was like, I just don't think so. It was a little scary, so I didn't. It's almost 1. I was supposed to have a pickup between 12 and 1. I asked my son to go get it when he gets out of school. He's in college. We'll see. We'll see if he does it in time or if they cancel the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know. I have something to tell you about the grocery order, though. So I had that grocery order yesterday that I told you about. One of the sales they have going on right now is all their Doritos brand and Tostitos. All of those are buy 2 get 3 free on their normal size bags. They're, at least where I live, they are $5.49 as a normal price. So, buy 2 get 3 free. That's a big savings. And they can be anything. They can be Tostitos or Doritos. It doesn't have to be the same one. And so I had 5 bags in my cart, my online grocery order cart, and they told me that day that one of the flavors I wanted was out of stock, and would I like to substitute? So the option they gave me to substitute was that chili verde flavor. It's the green bag Doritos, which I don't like. That was my only option. So, which was weird because normally it's not how that goes. And normally you can click all different ones that they have and choose from that. But no, not this time. So I'm like, it's fine. Maybe they'll just throw in another bag of any kind of flavor. No, but they didn't. So I ended up getting 4 bags of Doritos, which wasn't enough for the sale, and paid $5.49 a bag. So I ended up with 4 bags of Doritos for like $22 instead of 5 bags for $11. I was furious about that. Like, why would you not just throw in one of the other flavors that you do have in stock? That is normally how they do it. Like, you don't actually have to tell them which thing you want. They will just substitute. Yeah. Not this time. So that really made me unhappy, and I let them know. Now, will they do anything about it? No. And it's okay. Like, I even said that I didn't need anyone to contact me. It's fine. I'll just, learn my lesson. Be better about this next time. All right, guys. We're about done. And then I'm going to get started on all those things I told you I was going to do today. Let's just see how many of those things I actually do today. I always have big plans, big plans for myself. But not always do I follow through. So whatever we end up doing, I'll try to tape it for you and be better about being regular with this. I've been kind of out of it the last few days, and just haven't got my poof in a group, as my aunt used to say. All right, guys, I love you all, and I hope you have a great rest of your week and a great Wednesday, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, and I'll talk to you soon.